Hi friends, welcome to another episode of Tea with G as we're out here capturing images of God's glory. On this episode, we are accepting the challenge that I gave to myself in capturing beauty in the bland environment that we have today. It is springtime, and although spring has begun, the leaves on the trees haven't quite yet developed, and it's leaving me with a real bland atmosphere, a bland environment. Now, the good news is that many of the birds that have migrated have not returned, so I have a nice variety of birds to shoot. The challenge is being able to capture these beautiful birds in a way that displays beauty despite the fact that I don't have a really good aesthetically pleasing environment. So that's what we're going to do today, and without further ado, let's get out there in the field and accept this challenge of capturing beauty in the bland. Hi friends, welcome to another episode of Tea with G and Photography as we're out here capturing images of God's glory. It's a beautiful day. It's the beginning weeks of April and just got my lens back, freaking dropped it and broke it. Oh, you're talking about a heartbreaking experience. I'm sorry, I still get a little emotional thinking about it. But just got it back. And so I'm out today just wanting to test the lens to make sure that it's working good. And saw this beautiful day, so I figured I'd come out here and shoot and just see what I can capture. Now, again, it's the beginning part of April, and so none of the leaves have grown back on the trees just yet. It's not even really that warm out yet. So I'm trying to figure out, like, what am I going to actually do while I'm out here? What do I want to accomplish? And the atmosphere is not really that. It's not that appealing. Again, there's no leaves on the trees. There's no colors out here whatsoever. But at least some of the birds that I love shooting have come back from migration. In particular, the red-winged blackbird, which I think still sticks around in Michigan during the winter. I'm almost certain it does. But the common greco, that is one of the beautiful birds that they tend to be very scarce during the winter seasons, and I know that they're back. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to see what kind of beauty can I really get in this really dull type atmosphere. That's the challenge that I'm going to go for. I'm going to utilize this bland atmosphere, this really boring atmosphere, and see if I can't walk away with some beauty in this atmosphere. That's the challenge. That's the goal. That's what we're going to try to do when we're out here. Let's see if we can capture beauty in the most unconventional circumstances, unconventional environments. Yeah, let's see what we can do with that. So right from the start, you can see that I have some really harsh light. There's not a cloud in the sky, at least right now. And not only am I dealing with no leaves on the trees and no colors, but now I have to contend with the harsh light situation. Generally speaking, when we come out to shoot as photographers, we want the best lighting conditions, and oftentimes those conditions consist of like cloudy days. The clouds give us a nice diffused atmosphere, which gives us a lot more pleasing results in our images. And as you can again see, I have none of that. So another obstacle that I'm going to have to contend with in this atmosphere that I'm in right now. So we're going to see what we can get. So again, I have to contend with no leaves on the tree. It's kind of cool out, so I mean, we'll get around with that. We'll just make sure we dress for the weather. But then harsh light, just full blast sun. So it's not looking good for me right now, walking away with some good images, but that's the beauty of photography, overcoming the obstacles and the challenges and things of that nature. So very exciting, and hopefully we come away with some good images. Now, did happen to notice that I see a lot of traffic with the gray herons, nice, beautiful big birds, and I see a lot of traffic over there farther off. So I'm gonna pay them a visit and see if they'll give me some good images. Now, I know I expressed some interest in the herons and their beautiful nest. However, I'm not gonna really focus on them on this episode, But join me on the next episode. I'm going to dedicate that entire episode towards the gray herons. All right, so the conditions are rapidly changing. Now I have the clouds that I was looking for, and that's good. I'm so glad. The problem is that they're not consistent. At one moment, the clouds come and give me that nice diffuse lighting, but then they'll go away and I'm left with the harsh light again. So I'm just going to have to find a good spot and take advantage of the diffuse light while I have it. And when I have the harsh light, just work with it. So now I just have to find a good location that's going to give me a nice aesthetic, pleasing backdrop for these wonderful birds. And hopefully the birds come and, you know, give me a good subject to shoot. So I don't know if you saw that, but I got some birds flying over my head right now. They're waiting for me to feed them. So, hey, let me see if maybe I can put these beautiful birds on display. All right, let's see. All right, come on now. Come on. Come on. There we go. Yeah. All right, we're in luck. So the birds are here. My diffuse light is here. Let's get to work. So I decided to forego the use of the tripod and go freestyle, but still running across some issues with some of these birds. I wanted color, so I'm looking for the colorful birds, the blue jays, the cardinals, the woodpeckers, and none of them are cooperating with me today, especially the doggone cardinal. I see one or two of them, but they're being really antisocial. They're far off at a distance, and they just don't seem to want to come close enough for me to get a good image. Same thing with the blue jays. Normally they're very friendly, and normally they'll come and partake of the feast that I have set before them. But today, maybe it's because it's so late in the morning, they're just not really interested in what I have set out for them. So it's getting really frustrating because I'm getting the conditions that I want, but then the birds aren't here. Or if the birds do come, then I don't have the conditions that I want. And it may rain. I'm not sure, because these clouds are looking pretty unhappy right now. So my time is starting to get away from me. I'm starting to lose time. So just really hoping that things will just kind of pan out. Bring your behind over here. Oh man, this is turning out to be a really challenging day. All right, well, let me see what I can do. Man, it seems like Mother Nature is really playing with me today, because now, just as that's a nice one. Oh, that was a nice shot. Just as the sun came out, giving me these harsh conditions, all the birds came out. Now this is crazy. I just got a good shot of a common Greco. I'm gonna show you this image right now. And it's so funny that as soon as the sun came out, as soon as the conditions got crappy, that's when the birds came out. Even my boneheaded cardinal that seemed to be antisocial just showed up and gave me a good image of them. And it is so funny because everybody showed up. I have my blue jay right there, I have my cardinal that just left, and then I got a good image of the common Greco, and it's like they all came out when the sun came out, but when I had the lighting that I wanted, they were scarce. This is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So I'm just going to stop complaining. I'm just have to, again, just deal with what I got. It appears that the birds today want to be shot in harsh light. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to see if I can luck up and get at least a couple of them in the nice diffused lighting. I mean, if they'll let me, but they won't seem to come out. So, oh well, let's just see what we can do. See what we can do. So after experiencing an influx of birds, I was able to walk away with some images that I was pleased with. Here are some of those right now. Despite the obstacles and challenges that I faced, I was still able to walk away with some images that I really enjoyed, and in doing so, capturing beauty in the blend. Take care, guys. God